Hi there guys, it's Eastwood for Life Fan here, back with another monthly update video, and this is movie pickups update for the month of February 2023. And yeah, not the biggest stack of movies that I picked up, but there wasn't really a lot that I was really after, but mainly Blu-rays and a few 4K titles for this update. And actually the first three movies are movies that were sent to us by my good buddy Dan from Dan's Man Cave. The first one being a kind of a forgotten but underrated movie from the early 80s, starring Gene Hackman, Uncommon Valor, which I always remember being a popular VHS title in the UK. Gene Hackman, he plays a US colonel, a retired US colonel, who sends out a private team to Vietnam to look for his son, who's an American soldier that could be possibly held in a POW camp. A very similar storyline to A Missing in Action. But yeah, this is a very underrated one, actually directed by Ted Kotcheff, who directed the very first Rambo movie, First Blood, in the early 80s. But yeah, this is the US edition, Uncommon Valor. And it does have a young Patrick Swayze and also Fred Ward in this movie. The second movie is a Cannon movie, which I can't recall if I have seen this one. Exterminator 2. I always remember watching the first Exterminator movie, and starring Robert Ginty, who plays a vigilante cleaning up the streets of New York. This is a UK 101 release. I don't think there was a third movie. It didn't start Robert Ginty anyway. But yeah, this one does come with a poster also. I do need to pick up the first movie. I think Dan sent this to us because I couldn't recall if I'd seen this movie or not. But these vigilante movies were influenced by the Death Wish movies in the 70s and 80s. And the last movie that he sent is this one, which I don't know too much about, but I am familiar with the cover. Is VFW, starring Stephen Lang. Did enjoy his character that he played in Don't Breathe. But I think this one's about a group of old war veterans who put themselves on the line to defend a young woman, and it looks quite graphic. So guys, if you have seen this one, VFW, let me know what I'm in for. So yeah, big thank you for Dan for sending out free movie titles. Yeah, please go and sub to his great channel. I will leave the channel link in the description box down below. I also picked up some westerns. Wanted to pick this one up, which is quite a little bit difficult to pick up. Bandolero, an American western from the late 1960s. And mainly wanted to get this one because of the passing of one of the most stunning and beautiful women on screen, Raquel Welch, always been my favourite. And she did appear in three westerns, 100 Rifles and Hanny Calder, which both of those westerns I have in my collection. But always enjoyed this one with James Stewart and Dean Martin and George Kennedy. And this is the German release put out by Explosive Media, which normally puts out great releases for American westerns and spaghetti westerns. And it just I think this one does have a booklet, which we'll have a little look. Yeah, you get that booklet inside. And yeah, Raquel Welch, who passed away a couple of weeks back at the age of 82 years of age from an illness. And she may have been limited as an actress, but I always thought she'd done enough. And obviously her acting got better during her career. Not the biggest fan of Dean Martin, but yeah, the beautiful Raquel Welch. So yeah, great cast for a very good Western from the late 1960s. So that is Bandolero. So yeah, if you want to pick this one up, I'll jump on it just in case it goes up in price with the passing death of Raquel Welch. And yeah, James Stewart plays poses as a hangman who tries to arrive into a small town to rescue a gang of outlaws, one being his brother. But yeah, very good Western, this one, with a great cast. Picked up some John Wayne Westerns to complete my John Wayne US Cavalry Westerns. This one, Fort Apache, from the late 1940s, starring John Wayne with Henry Fonda. Two Western movie greats. And this is the first of the US Cavalry movies. And yeah, trying to pick up a few John Wayne movies to fill out my collection. Also starring Shirley Temple, and this is the American release. And he followed that one up the following year with She Wore a Yellow Ribbon. And this is the Warner Archives release. And I do have the third movie, which is Rio Grande, which was in 1950. But this one actually won an Academy Award for Best Cinematography. She Wore a Yellow Ribbon, classic John Wayne movie. Then the last two John Wayne movies. This one from the Indicator label, Hell Fighters, from the late 1960s, starring John Wayne and Catherine Ross and Vera Miles. One I haven't seen for many years. Remember watching this on UK TV, and it does come with the booklet. John Wayne, he actually did say this is one of the most dangerous movie sets that he was on in this movie, about a oil rig firefighter. There's the beautiful Catherine Ross. The movie was directed by the same director who directed the classic The Wild Geese and also North Sea Hijack, both movies with Roger Moore. Hellfighters. And the last John Wayne movie actually was sent to us by my good buddy Leslie from the great channel of The Good, The Bad and The OK. I sent him a couple of spaghetti westerns, and he was kind enough to send me The Man Who Shot Liberty Valance on 4K, and this is the classic 1960s western with James Stewart, John Wayne and Lee Marvin, also with Woody Strode, and Lee Van Cleef is also in this one. A classic American western, one I don't have to talk too much about. John Wayne, he actually recommended Lee Marvin to play the Valance character, the villain, because of a western that he featured in with John Wayne called The Comancheros. But yeah, big thank you for Leslie for sending out this great American western. I really appreciate that. And another channel, please check out, who's doing great work with his western movie reviews. So yeah, channel link will be in the description box down below of The Good, The Bad and The OK. The next three movies are Walter Hill movies. This one, long time waiting for this to be released on Blu-ray. For many years it only had a German Blu-ray release. This is a very much underrated Walter Hill movie, Extreme Prejudice, from the late 1980s, starring Nick Nolte and Powers Booth. And this is from a new UK label from Studio Canal. Cult classics, reasonably priced. Great action scenes in this one. It does come with a slip cover. Nick Nolte and Powers Booth are two great friends as kids, but as they grow up older, they are from two sides of the law. Nick Nolte plays a Texas Ranger, while Powers Booth is a drug kingpin, and they go at it. And they do get a couple of movie cards. One of the posters that I remember. Also in this movie you do get Michael Ironside and also Clancy Brown. And this one's a very high action, entertaining, in your face, macho action movie. One that gets overlooked. There's Michael Ironside. So yeah, look out for more of these titles on the Studio Canal label, Cult Classics. Yeah, excellent movie as I remembered back in the day. I just hope it's as good as to watching it nowadays. Extreme Prejudice. And the latest Walter Hill movie is this Western, Dead for a Dollar, starring Christopher Waltz and William Dafoe. One I haven't seen yet. The reviews are not that great for this one, but I'm still willing to give it a go. And this one's just been released in the UK. A veteran bounty hunter who meets an enemy he wants put away, who's a professional gambler and outlaw. Yeah, guys, if anyone has seen Dead for a Dollar, let me know what you think. But yeah, the reviews haven't been too kind for this Western. It does kind of look like a TV movie on the trailer that I watched. So Dead for a Dollar. And the last Walter Hill movie, just could not wait to pick this one up. And it's a very good one from 1970s, one of Walter Hill's first early movies. This one, The Driver, starring Ryan O'Neal, where he plays a no-nonsense car chase getaway driver. Now, not the biggest fan of Ryan O'Neal, and actually this movie was Walter Hill wanted Steve McQueen to play the part of the driver, but Ryan O'Neal took the role. And yeah, professional. You get a Blu-ray and the 4K disc as well as a poster. And this one, yeah, Ryan O'Neal, he plays a hired man who has got great driving skills for getaway robberies. And then a cop played by Bruce Dern is on the tail and hell bent on trying to bring the driver and catch him in the act. But yeah, great one, this one, for if you love your high-speed car chases, a typical 70s action movie. And no doubt this one is a movie that influenced Drive, starring Ryan Gosling, the driver. The last 4K title is actually a Zavvi exclusive edition, premium 4K and Blu-ray Steelbook edition, and it's Training Day, my favourite Denzel Washington movie, also starring Ethan Hawke. Had to pick up this collector's set because it is my very favourite Denzel Washington movie, and you do get plenty of extras and goodies, and which I will be doing a separate video for. Training Day, great Denzel Washington cop thriller. So guys, that is the update for February 2023. Let me know what you think of all the movie titles. Always good to hear from you. As always, Stay tuned for more content from Eastwood for Life Van. Take care. See you all soon in the next video.
Go ahead. Make my day.